Hello, welcome to the channel. Today's something a little bit different. I've been asked a couple of times recently about my videos. Why are they so terrible? Why do they do? Why do I do them? No, seriously, I'm not sure that's what a lot of people think anyway. But you know, a couple of people asked me about how I produce the videos, and I chatted to my friend Ian yesterday, and I said, you know, I'll just try to make a quick video. I've never done anything like this before. I've really only just learned how to make poker videos, so I haven't really learned that. I'm still learning, so I'm just going to try to show you what I know. If that helps anyone, that's great. I'm not a technical person. I'm not an expert. So here's what I know. I'm probably going to make mistakes as I go along doing this video. And sorry about that. I'm not really going to edit it too much. It will kind of give you a sense of what's involved, really. And there's probably many of you out there that know this already. Go and watch somebody else if you do. If you don't know anything, I didn't know anything when I started. I've struggled to get information that I understood. I'm just a bit retarded, and I'm okay on computers and technical stuff. But you know, making videos and editing videos and all this kind of software was pretty new to me. So. It was a very steep learning curve for me. So here we go. So I've just got the basic screen at the moment, and here behind me is a green screen. It's just a cheap green screen. I bought a cloth from a sort of tailor cloth shop, $5 or something. You can see we've got stitched it together here because we wasn't really sure what size I needed, and probably brought a little bit too much, but actually it wasn't bad in the end. We've got quite a lot of it. We've got sort of stands here, so we can do big stand-up videos and stuff like that. So I probably need to get a new cloth, but this is perfectly okay for those of you that are worried about, you know, I don't live in a big house. I live in a condominium. It's not the smallest condominium, but it's not the biggest condominium. Okay, so space is a premium to me, so we're trying to look at doing what I do without taking up too much space. It's not always easy, but it's very doable. So you don't really need the green screen for poker, but I'm just going to show you why it might be beneficial to you, because I mean, I do other things. So I do need the green screen a lot for that, and I do use it for my poker, but you don't need it. You know, you can just have your normal background, or there's other ways to deal with your background where you don't really need a green screen. But I think it's handy to have, and like I say, it must have, for me to set up my green screen, it cost me $10, $20 maybe, you know. And a bit of messing around, so just get your measurements, and any kind of sort of green cloth will do, and that's great. The other thing that you need is lights. I've got a ring. You can't see. I'm not one of these ring lights here. I've got a big one here. Don't really need the big one, not for this. It's a bit too much. You can see it's a bit bright here. I think I got a bit excited when I was buying it. It wasn't that the big one wasn't that expensive, $30, something like that. And it's okay. I kind of have it on sometimes instead of the normal lights in my room. I think it's cheaper on the electric. You know, the electric's been expensive recently, so I've been. You know, I'm not complaining about it, but you don't need the sort of size that I've got there to do this. And I've got a smaller desktop ring light here, and that was, you know, $5 or $6 or something. A little USB one does the job great, and that's a light on this side. So you need, you know, play about with your lights. in your room. That might change throughout the day as well. This is a thing if you're going to use a green screen or something like this and produce videos. At the moment, you can probably see my glasses, it's bright and sunny outside. I've got a big window here. I've got the curtains open, so that kind of influences the light in the room. If I'm making a video in the evening, it's dark, I've got the curtains closed, and that influences the light there too. The reason why I'll show you, I will show you how to set up the poker tables and everything else in a moment. Let's just focus on the image a little bit. So what you might want to do is, just if you don't know how to do it, and I don't really know how to do it, I'm just showing you what to do. So I'm using here, the software that I'm using is Streamlabs. Okay, I'll have to make sure that I've got everything that you need to know. So I'm using Streamlabs. Okay, I also use, for other things, I use the OBS Studio, the big OBS. Separate programs. I think one stemmed from the other sort of thing, but I mind Streamlabs. I use Streamlabs all the time, pretty much for poker, and I use OBS Studio all the time for something else. So I'm using them together today, which is the first time that I'm doing that really. So I've got both OBS running and Streamlabs running. The only reason why I'm doing that is because it's the best way for me to record this screen now without getting this kind of looping picture in the middle. It's good to have 2 or 3 incidences of Streamlabs going so that you can just see me and not this, going looping picture going to infinity. So you need to have 2 or 3 studios open, one recording the other, and that's how you do it. The other trick is to have at least 2 screens. I'm sure there's a way that you can record everything on one screen. I think I did so originally when I started recording my screens, and it was okay. I mean, literally, you can put 2 tables on and do that. That's fine. But if you're going to start having your videos on there and all the other sort of more fancy stuff, you need 2 screens, because you've kind of got your studio on one screen and then your gameplay on another screen. So, and that's why when you see me playing, I've talked about I'm looking between 2 screens. I'm sure some people probably use more screens. I mean, I've been thinking myself, it probably will be good to have a 3rd screen, and maybe in future, because just to create a wider space to do things like Star Trek, that kind of thing. I use a laptop. It's a very powerful laptop, though. I spent a lot of money on it, and it does the job. It doesn't really get too hot. A little bit hot now because I've got 2 OBSs running. And I do want to get a desktop, actually, because I think would just be easier. I think having the bigger screen. I mean, I've got USB port into my laptop and everything like that, so I think a desktop would be better, a better fan and stuff like that. So I'm not too worried about the heat in my laptop, and it's got lots of memory and it's very powerful anyway. But at some point I do have a plan to get a desktop. So and I think if you look at my videos, I've got kind of donate to Gift App or Patreon or things like that, and I want to buy a GoPro camera. So I'm looking at developing the channel. So please do, if you do want to support me in terms of this channel development, then subscribe, like, donate. I mean, that's what I will be buying, is GoPros and equipment for the channel, really. So that's my peripherals: lights, software, OBS, Streamlabs, I've got a big screen, 2 screens. On the big screen is a HP screen or whatever. It's very big, and I like that I can get 6 tables on that, and I'll probably get more on it. Sometimes I'll play a few more, but even it's quite big. And then that's hooked up to my laptop. I've got a quite a good. I've got 2 webcams. I only use one, but it's a good webcam. I can't remember the name of it now. If you do want to know the name of it, let me know. I'll put it in the description. I'll try and put in the description my equipment and what I use as much as I can. I might not be able to do that today. I'll just upload the video and I'll probably add to the description later. But if you do have any questions, let me know. So I think that's everything. That's the software, the lights, green screen, microphone. I use this it's HyperX Quadcast microphone. I had a lot of problems with my mic originally. It didn't sound very good. So, and I think it sounds okay now. And how do I do that? I can do another video on that if you want. I mean, that was a really big headache for me, was the quality of the audio. It's I spent hours on it, to be honest with you. I wish I had. I do have friends that I know. One used to be a radio presenter, and he's got a YouTube channel, and his voice sounds amazing, you know. It's very good. So he helped me a little bit. Not, you know, I didn't want to sort of impose on him too much. He helped me a little bit. And but you know, I just watched lots of YouTube videos. So I brought a decent microphone. This microphone, I don't know what it cost me, can't remember, $120, something like that. So you know, if you're starting from scratch, yeah, you need to spend a bit of money. I mean, I think I already had my laptop before I started doing the poker videos, but my laptop was $1,500, something like that. It's okay. I can't remember. It's not cheap, but it's not that expensive. But it's okay. It does the job, you know. And microphone $120, and lights not too expensive. Camera. I can't remember. I really can't remember. Was it $100, $150? I think, something like that. And then my extra screen, however much they are, a couple of $100, I think. I don't know. It's good quality. I tried to, you know, at some point I was sort of, I started off, I was trying to do everything cheaply, and it doesn't really work. I mean, I've still not got the most expensive equipment, but, you know, try and borrow a $2 microphone. It's $2 for a reason, because it's poop. You know, so spend a bit of money on it because it's worth it in the end. Okay, so that's it. Anything I've missed there, then let me know. So you can let's get on with the screen. So first of all, we've got my video here. You got so on Streamlabs, you know, you want to obviously start a new scene, and I've already got a scene here, and you know, I've named it just video capture only, and I put in a scene big screen, which is this. I've literally just done that before the video. I do have lots of copies of scenes. I am now starting to. It's good to make different scenes for different things that you want to do. What I did originally, which was a little bit of a mistake, is I started, you know, let's just have a look. It's not called scenes, it's a scene collection. So you can see I've got lots of scene collections here. Okay, so I originally just had one scene collection, and then I was just adding scenes to that. So you can go. So We'll talk about that in a bit. So I had a scene collection with about 20 scenes in it, you know, for different things that I wanted to do. Not only for poker, but for other things. I'm just using one scene collection. Don't do that, because it's perfectly possible to do, but I was just having to scroll up and down, and so it's just better just to partition it off. So here, you know, for example, if you're going to play one table PokerStars, for example, and that's going to be your video for that, that just make that your scene collection. And then if you're going to play two tables, had another scene collection for that. And if you're going to do GG, have another scene collection for that, because you know it minimize, you know, when you go into the different scene collections, I find it's better just to have a minimum number of scenes there, because it's just, you know, when you're playing in game, and sometimes you need to click between the screens, and if you've got 20 choices, you're like you get lost. So try to keep it simple. I didn't do that originally, and I wasn't really thinking that far ahead, so hopefully that helps you. So I've got a very simple scene collection here with one scene, big screen. This is this, and then you're going to add sources to your scene. What do you want in it? Okay, and there's lots of different sources here. We can add sources. You get all the different options here. Those of you that know OBS and Streamlabs and so on, you'd be familiar with this. If you're not, you know, there's lots of other videos that will show you this a lot more than me. But you know, you get your sort of essential sources, your video capture devices, which I've already running. Obviously, I couldn't do this video without that. You can do screen capture. I used to use that. I don't use that so much now. And then you can add images and videos and blocks of color, audio things, and you know, if you're going to do streaming on Twitch as well, I might do in future when I've got more familiar with this myself. Then, you know, I might use some of these other widgets and things, chat boxes and so on and so forth. Okay, so I've got here, I've already added 3 scenes. So I've got my video capture device, which is here. So I just click on that. Okay, and you can see a green box outlining that. That tells you where that is. Okay, so I'm here. Okay, and then I've got some other things here. So here I've got a Star Wars image. Okay, you can see that here. A little Lego Star Wars. So you can see here we've got a little, if you look at the different scenes, we can lock the scenes. Okay, and that's important, because if you don't lock them when you're playing, sometimes it moves about. It starts floating because you're kind of accidentally drag it. So when you've created your scene, you need to lock it. So that's okay. And then you can hide your scenes as well. So look, I've got this Star Wars hidden, and now I've got my video capture device on, because here I am. And this other image, I'm not really sure what that is. Well, leave that for now. I think it's a blackboard with green board or something. Might be. Let's just have a look. Oh no, we'll come to that. That's my overlay. Okay, so we'll come to that in a bit. I forgot about that. That's important here. Name your scene sources. Sorry, because I didn't know what that was. So here you can just right click. If you right click over the source, okay, you can, it gives you lots of options, like, you know, you just quite normal. I can rename that, so I'm not just going to rename that red overlay, okay? Or background, whatever. So, okay, so I know what it is. I didn't know what it was before, and like I said, I'm just doing this video. I'm going to make mistakes as I go along, and I think that's helpful for you as well, because we find the solutions to them. Probably you probably make the same mistakes as I would, and hopefully that helps. You know, and I can hide the video capture device. So here we go. Let's just hide it. There you go. I'm back on. So all these things you can turn on, turn off. Okay. So what we want to do, we've got the green screen here. You might want to think this. What I'm just going to show you now is how to organize a background for yourself. Now you could have no background for yourself. So let's just have a look. To change the background here, if you've got a green screen, okay, this is quite easy to do. You just right click on the video capture device, okay, and then you've got command filters, okay, and you can add filters. I've got 2 filters here already, but let's just edit filters, so we just see what they are. Okay, now you can see here we've got 2 filters here. One is chroma key and the other one is crop pad. I don't think I really use a crop pad there. Can't remember what that's for now. It might be useful, it might not, but just ignore that for now. What we're really interested in is the chroma key one. This is really if you are going to use a green screen, because this gets rid of your green screen in the background. So let's just do this now. I mean, really, you've got here. You can select a different key color type. You can have a blue background, a magenta, or whatever. So you can change the background. Green is the one most people use, I think, for whatever reason. The main key things to adjust here are the top 3. Okay, don't really need to touch the bottom 3. I've never really touched them. So the similarity, you can move this up and down, or you can use the arrows in the top and bottom here, and this really would take away your green screen. So let's just have a go at that. If we go up a little bit, let's see what happens. Okay, up a bit more. Keep going, and we can see here now the green screen started to go a little bit. I'm still here, but the green's going into disappearing. Go up a bit more, disappeared more, you see. I'm still here, unfortunately. And we go up a little bit more. Okay. And you can see, I think the green screen's pretty much gone here now. So here, let's just leave that as it is. Smoothness, you don't really need to touch this too much. And again, this just, I think, just deals with the edges a little bit. Oh no, makes it black and white, I think. So if we go right up, it's black and white. Or that's what happens, you kind of fade in and out a little bit. Okay, it's a bit weird, like a ghost, isn't it? Okay, so these is probably how filmmakers do some of their effects, I'd imagine. Okay, so I mean, really, I'm not a video editor or anything. I'm just showing you what I do, and this is probably not going to be perfect. You play around with it, you're probably going to do much better than me. So I think that roughly looks okay. I tend to use a fairly low number here for smoothness. You don't really need to go up. And colour spill, I think this is just the colour around the edges of your... Sometimes you get a little bit of a greenness around if you're using a green screen. So, you know, this is where it goes black and white a little bit more. So you can have black and white if you want. Again, I think keep this fairly low. Find a place where you think it's okay. And stick with that. I think that's okay. It's probably not perfect. I don't want to mess around too much with it now. So just do that a bit more. It's a bit. You see here. It's not great, is it? What you sometimes need to do. The problem is here I've got this in front of the big picture, and I can't really see from the little picture what's happening. So sometimes it's just best. Oops. Let's get back there. Okay. Sometimes it's just best. I'll just move this over to the next screen. Okay, so I'll be turning my head this way. Again, I'm just showing you what I do, how I do it. I'm not editing this too much because it's real life. And then I can use the big image here, which I can get a better sense of what's happening with my colours here. So, I don't know, let's do it down a little bit. That doesn't really work. Maybe we just need to go up a little bit with the top one. Don't work. No, that's too much. Okay. Okay, I'm struggling to get that right now. See what I'm doing now, I'm just playing about with those three lines, going up and down in them a little bit. It's not really perfect at the moment at all. I'm not really happy with it. I can't really, annoying, I can't really get it where I want it. And it may well be, yeah, that's probably the best as I'm going to get it for now. Okay, I'm not entirely happy with that, and you can see, so that's one thing. Is, you know, I've managed to move the green screen, and I've got that out of the way. I probably need to play about with those three lines a little bit more. You probably also can play about with your lighting a little bit. It could be that my lighting here is not the best, and sometimes that influences your capabilities. I think, you know, there might be better times of the day you find to do this. Also, it's things like what you wear. I mean, I did a video with somebody once, and I was talking to them. I had a cup of coffee, and I had a green cup. and so make sure that, you know, if you're doing videos, you may want to do something other than poker videos that you're avoiding green. So you've got it here. Now you can see the one thing here, you know, I had that kind of stitch in here. This is one reason why I wanted to show you that. It doesn't really matter. I mean, the green screen, I mean, if you look at some of Mr. Beast's videos, he's got a nice green screen around him. It's all smooth and perfectly shaped. But, you know, if I had time, and I will do that at some point, it's good to do that. But I think it also shows you that, you know, not all of us are Mr. Beast. We kind of rush and get things together, and we have to stitch it up quite literally and throw it together. It doesn't really matter in terms of, you know, if you're not going to show your green screen, that's okay. You can have a few crinkles in it. You can have it sewn up. But if you want to be like Mr. Beast and have a, you know, a really nice green background, then that takes a little bit more effort. Not much, but I was watching a video with Mr. Beast yesterday, and You know, when he was talking about when he started, there was 3 or 4 of them. They all dropped out of college and universities, and they quite literally did like 20 hours of research every day, everything to do with YouTube. You know, 4 or 5 of them spent, you know, for some 20 hours a day at some period, you know, analysing thumbnails. What was the best thumbnail? What was the best colour? What's the best font? What's the best picture placement? What's the best wording on them? And to get a successful formula, and they become millionaires. But it took them a lot of time, a lot of research to do all that. You know, I only have an hour or so a day, and so as much as you think, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to be a YouTube millionaire, you know, there's a reason why Mr. Beast is a multi-millionaire on YouTube, and he produces good videos because he spent thousands of hours studying it and then implementing that from his studies. So I don't have that luxury. But good luck to Mr. Beast. He's a great character, and I wish him well. He's already done really well, but you know, I've learned a lot from him, so that's great. He seems to be a very open person, so that's great. So there's a video there. Now here we had what can be useful is the reason why I'm showing you this is that you might want to put a background there. So we had this Star Wars picture, didn't we? So if we just open that up again, and you can see now this Star Wars, Lego Star Wars is covering my face. It's a nice picture, I quite like it, and we don't want it to cover my face, obviously. We don't want to be doing that. Okay, we'll play Poker. So on the next move, yeah, we don't want that. So if we're going to use that as a background, for example, you have to move this up and down. So these sources act like layers. So here we've got Star Wars at the top. It's over the video capture device. If we put that down, it's now behind it. Okay, so there you go. So you can see they just moved that down. Now here we open the Star Wars source. We want to resize it. Open the source, and what you do, you go to the corner with the arrows like that, and you can bring that down like that. If you want to crop it, you can press your Alt key, go onto the edge, and then you can move this bit along. That's actually, you can actually go over it a little bit. Actually, let's before we do the cropping, we'll do the cropping in a moment. You can click onto the right, click onto the image. That's another thing you can do. Click, go to transform, and you know, click fit to screen. Okay. So there you go. That's another trick. So you know, so you got a background there, okay? And I'm just doing that really to show I got an image rather than just a flat color. I got an image where you can see yourself on the in the foreground of whatever you choose. I mean, I would try to avoid having in a chair like this. I mean, most people, if they do it, I don't. But you can see it's not good. It's leather. That's the other thing. I mean, I brought this chair before I did these videos, so it's quite comfortable. I have a little bit of a bad back, so you know, if you are going to buy a chair, if you're going to sit down for hours doing videos, comfortable chair is really important. But also, you probably don't want this. I mean, it's good for me, it's great for my head, but there's lots of other ways to deal with that. So a little bit of a mistake by me. I think I kind of lose some of my screen abilities here. It doesn't look great there. That's something that you might want to think about. I mean, it's these little things. Sometimes when you're just buying a chair, you don't think, you just sit in it and go, "Oh, that's right. I like that," you know. But if you're buying something to make videos, you need to think of things like this, as things like the noise it makes, you know, and the color. You don't. I've got a really nice chair, another nice chair, but it's green. It's got a green head thing, you know. So that's the other thing. So again, I brought that a long time before I was doing videos. So these kind of little things you have to think about whilst you're doing that. Okay, so that's the how to do your video with the green screen and the background. Now we want to have a look at putting an overlay, a layout on. So I've got this here, the red overlay. You can see another source. Literally, I got this from, I got these, there's many places you can get free overlays. My overlays are free. I've got a few of them. And I just played about with downloading some free ones. You can get some cheap ones as well. You can buy them, or you can learn how to make them yourself. I was trying to learn how to make them myself. I failed. I didn't know how to do the transparent box in them, and I was going to bed at some nights thinking, how can I make a transparent box after spending 12 hours trying to learn how to make a transparent box. I'll go back to it, but if anyone knows how to make an overlay that's easy, please let me know, because I wouldn't mind changing mine. But I got this overlay from a guy called Karlencho Productions. He's a poker player, and he did a video pretty much like this, a lot better than this video showing you how to make videos. I will get the links to that video to credit him for the overlay and to help you as well. It should be in the description, and you can go to that Karlencho, and he's got a few overlays, 3 or 4 free overlays. Okay, so when you get your overlay, it'll just be like a PNG document, a picture sort of thing, and then you just click add, and then click onto image, and then add source. You know, I've got the Star Wars, the red overlay, and then you could, you know, you can just click this, name the image you want to name, just put that down a bit there, and then you just find the image on your drive, wherever, on the computer, on your drive, like any other document, and then add it, and it will go into your sources. I've already done that just to save you the time, but that's how you do it. You just add the image. Okay, so let's go here. So the overlay is there. It's now hidden. Okay, and I'm just going to open it. Okay, there you go. So there's the overlay. Okay, and you can see here, we can't really see it. So again, we need to layer it. As we can see, we've got, what are the layers here? We've got the video, we've got the picture, we've got the overlay. So we don't really want that because it doesn't work. Okay, so let's move the overlay up. Okay, now we can see the overlay goes over the picture, but it's behind the chair, and here we can see the overlay goes over the top. Okay, so you can see now we're starting to get somewhere. It's starting to look like a poker video sort of thing. So the overlay here, we've got 3 transparencies, 1, 2, 3 in this particular overlay. We've got a GG poker advert here. You know, if you get this sort of overlay yourself, you can keep that there if you want. I didn't want to keep it there. I'm not paid by GG to promote them. I like playing on GG. I like GG, but if they paid me, I'll put it there. That's fine, and I'll show you how to deal with that in a moment. Okay, so first of all, let's have a look at getting our. What we want to do is to get our video up into the top left-hand corner. So first of all, let's click onto our video capture device, okay? And we can, oops, That's why it doesn't matter about locking the image. Let's lock the Star Wars image and unlock the video capture device, and we should be able to move that around. Let's just... Okay, what happens sometimes, what we can see here, is it sort of doesn't work. And what I'm going to do, just sort of close Streamlabs and then restart it. And here, and I'll show you why, because I'm moving the cursor around here, but what should happen, these cursors should be changes in the white boxes to enable me to move the video capture device around, but it's not. A way to fix that, I said that, you know, sometimes we get a problem, and I've found the solutions, and if you have this problem yourself, this is a way to fix it. So just restart Streamlabs. So I'll just do that now. I'll disappear for a second. Okay, I'm back. So hopefully now, I'm hoping, I'm doing this sort of live really, we'll be able to click on screen capture device and you'll get the ticks there, you see? If you go over the white boxes, you'll get an arrow. Before I wasn't getting that. And what I found is, I mean, I spent hours sort of crying about this, and it doesn't work. And eventually I just sort of restarted, rebooted. For some reason, particularly on the video capture device, it sort of crashes that a little bit. I don't know why, but it does. So you want to be here. You can now move your video around. You can just hover your cursor over it, left click, and you can move it around. Okay, and the other thing you can do, you can resize it. So you just go down into the corner. One good way to do it, and just move that corner in, and you can see we're already going. I don't want to go. No, I don't want to go to jail. Help! So I'm already resizing it towards the video box here on the left. Okay, and I can move it over a little bit there, and you know, just play about with that until you think it sort of fits the way you want it to. I think that's just roughly okay. There you go. And then you want the background. You can decide what you want your background to be. So let's just lock the video capture device so we don't mess that around. I'm kind of roughly happy with where that is. I think you got the idea. Okay. We've got the Star Wars thing. We can hide that, and we can just have a black background. Okay. Let's do that. Or if you do want let's do a color background. Let's say we got red here. Let's do I don't know, we'll pick a color. Okay, so you might want to, let's have a look, color block. Okay, you can do that. You can have any image you want in the background. I could have resized that Star Wars image to come in behind me. Another option here is just to add color block. Okay, so add source. Let's call this sort of blue. Let's do a blue so we know. Okay, blue. We add source, and then you just pick your color. You're gonna try to define your color. Okay, we got blue down here, maybe a bit brighter than that. Okay, should we go with that? No. let's do this kind of grey kind of colour block, okay? So we close that, okay? You can see again that's covering my face. So what do we need to do? We need to get the blue and get that down over the layers, okay? And then behind the video. Okay. And then we just need to resize the colour block. So again, come to the corner here. You can to crop. You can move the you can move the things in up and down. Okay, and that's okay. That doesn't really give you a lot of control over it. Okay. Another thing you can do, you can go over the square here, press Alt, and you should be able to move this along. But I can't. Why can't I do it? Maybe it needs to be a bit bigger. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit bigger there, but okay, so you need to just play about with this. You can basically just put your cursor on the white blocks, and also use your Alt key, and that helps you to crop, make it short and wide. It depends on how big the block is. It has its sort of limitations and maximum sizes to go to. So let's just, I don't know, we'll try to sort of fit that in a way that I'm going to put that up there. So you can see I'm not very good at doing this. Okay, we'll do that for now. You can see when we're recording the video, you might want to play about with is, just do a couple of recordings. Do a little bit, record it, see what it looks like. If you're happy with it, play about with it like that. So so you can see what I've done here. We started off with a pretty sort of crappy looking video with a green screen, an ugly face, and a red nose today as well. Look at that. I'll make a video for my people that requested it, Ian and Colin, and I'll make a video today, and I'll wake up with an extra nose. Don't look at it. Okay, so anyway, so that's live. So we got the video there now. That's great. Okay, we've got a transparent space under me, and I don't think you can put anything else you want in there. You can look on my videos. I'm putting a little bit of an advert in there. So, again, just download a picture, whatever you want to go in there. If you want to, for example, we could put the Star Wars in there. So let's open the Star Wars and let's unlock it. Okay, let's imagine this is like, watch Tom play poker or whatever advert, but it's not. It's a Star Wars picture. Just in case so you can put that there like that. It's not ideal, but let's just move that around. Okay. You get the idea. So that could have been any picture. It could have watch Peter plays poker. Don't watch Peter plays poker. Stop watching this video now. Donate, subscribe, whatever. Or you could have Lego Star Wars. I prefer Lego Star Wars, but there you go. So you can put whatever you want in there. If you're going to use this for Twitch, you can put your chat box or whatever there. At the bottom, you've got GG Poker. Okay, you can leave that there, or you can change. Over mine, I've got subscribe to YouTube, red thing. Okay, and I've just downloaded an image and put that there. But you can, I'll just quickly show you how that works. You can, we'll put a color block there. Okay, add source, and I didn't change the color. We put another color there. You've gone down. You want to hide that. And you can change this to, you crop this a little bit. You could. It's not cropping very well. There you go. Yeah. As you can see, I don't really know what I'm doing, and oh yeah, cropping at the top, you see. Okay, and I've covered that GG Poker up. It's just a plain grey image. I could use a different colour block. I could use any image I wanted. It's up to you. I put the YouTube subscribe image there, but really, that's it. Use the Alt key, the white boxes, and play around with it. I don't really know how to do it. You can see I had trouble there, but it took me a couple of seconds to do it. So 1, 2, 3, we've got the elements there that we need to. What do you think's missing? Can I give you a clue? Poker video. Okay. What do you think's missing? Okay. Yes, poker tables. Where does that go? Okay. Yes, well done. It goes in the big box. Okay. Great. So what I've got on my other screen, I've got 2 poker tables open. So how do we get that into this big box here? So first of all, we need to add a source. Okay, we're going to add display capture. Okay, we add source, and I'm going to call this display capture right screen. Okay, right screen. You know what? I was just thinking, which is my left and which is my right? Actually, is that my right hand? Yeah, it's the right hand. You my right hand? Yes. Okay. You must be the left hand then. Yeah. I passed the test. Okay. Sorry if I'm talking too much. Okay, so you can see here we've got the right screen here, and I've already got the 2 screens. So let's just go back to here. Okay, so we've added to the right screen to our we've added a display capture. We just renamed that right screen to our sources. And as you can see now, we've got 2 screens on the board, on the screen, but everything else has gone. So again, we just want to click on the right screen and bring it down. So bring it down below the left screen, below the video capture device. Hello. And keep going. Below the red overlay. Yeah. Okay. Below everything. Okay. So you can see now we've got all the layers there. We've got the video capture device, we've got the background, so you need to adjust that a little bit. You can do that. We've got something in the box below me, and we've got 2 screens on the right screen showing here. Great. But it doesn't really show the screens very well, so we just need to resize those screens to get it in. A way to do that, make sure that you are on the right screen. You're clicking on that here. Go over to your scenes and just duplicate the scene that's here. Duplicate this. So let's call this, say, table 1 maybe. Okay, table 1 or left table or whatever you want to name it. Something that you understand. Okay. That's the main thing. So table 1, let's click on, you got the right screen, table 1. And we want to get that right hand table. Are you the right hand? Yes. Okay. Onto the big box. And we just need to, you see these green lines here, we just need to press Alt, go over a square. You need to press Alt because that way it just takes it up. If you don't press Alt, this is what happens. It kind of moves everything, you know. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, it kind of concertinas everything. So you want to really press Alt and then go up to the line. Okay, about there, and then do the same on the left hand side. Go across to the edge of the table. Okay, and then just put your cursor over the middle of the table somewhere and just drag it down. Okay, and then just try to get those green lines around the edges as best you can. Okay, 1. Seems about right. This is the tricky bit. It may not. This is probably why I want to change my sort of layout, but it doesn't really work too well, I don't think, but it's the next step. So here you just want to get this into fit in the box. Okay, so let's do this. Pull away, press Alt here, go, so it's not Alt. So you got to play around with lots sort of pressing Alt, not pressing Alt. They just do slightly different things. Maybe just press Alt there. I think we just about got it. Okay. Okay, good enough at the moment. So that's table 1. Okay. And then you can do this again, just duplicate big screen again, or duplicate table 1. Okay, and now we call this table 2. Table 2. Okay, that's done. So go click over table 2. Make sure you're clicking on the right screen, and do the same for the next table. So you know the table on the left. Okay, and move this over very quickly. Just drag it to the line. Click over the table. Drag that into the middle of the box. Okay, and try and get the lines to the edge. Well, okay, let's just get that fit in the box first. Okay. Helps you to put it up in a corner. That kind. Okay. Maybe a bit more. Okay, so table 1 is the right table. Click on that. Table 2 is the left table. And you can see there's a slight pulse there. It means I've got them pretty much. I don't think, you know, you can use the pixels to get it perfect, but, you know, that's okay for me. Sometimes I like there to be a little bit of difference between the two. Okay, so you're pretty much good to go. You can, you know, you can then sort of start playing and click record, and go. I mean, let's just do that, okay? I won't click record because I'm recording on my main OBS. So, but what you do as you're playing, you know, you click between the two like that. You have to click 1 or 2. So that's the trick, because sometimes I'm watching this screen here and oh, fold, and I click the OBS, and obviously you have to click the poker software. As you see now on table 2, I click table 2, and you have to go over and click that to do that. So let's just turn the poker off. Okay, and that's the end of the video. I went on a little bit longer than what I wanted to. I hope you found that useful. There's lots of other things you can do, the way that you transition between tables and so on, but that should give you the basics: how to do your video, how to sort your background, where to get your layouts from, what kind of equipment I use, how to organize 2 tables, and you can do this with as many tables as you want. If you have a 3 table setup, a 4 table setup, a 6 table setup, whatever you feel that you're capable of. Okay, thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe if you've liked the video, and if you want to donate to Gift App or enroll to my Patreon channel, that would be great to see you there. Take care, have a great day. Bye bye for now.